All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we are diving deep into the world of IT outsourcing, and specifically how this whole AI thing is going to shake things up. We're looking at an article today by Divyan Gupta, an expert in strategy and operations and innovation management, and he's making some pretty bold predictions.
Oh, yeah, he's not holding back at all. We're not just talking about some minor tweaks here. This is like a complete reinvention of how IT services are priced, how they're delivered, the whole nine yards.
Yeah, and like the old school way of doing things like billing by the hour, that's on its way out.
hmm
Gupta actually makes this comparison to what happened with India's BPO industry.
Right, they were the kings, the go-to for low-cost labor. But they got comfortable, complacent, didn't adapt, and bam, lost a huge chunk of their market share.
And Gupta's warning is like, hey, wake up, software development. The same thing could happen to you if you don't get on board with this AI revolution.
But what I find really interesting is that it's not just about cutting costs. This is about creating completely new ways of doing business, new value.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Gartner, they're saying AI can cut operational costs in IT by like 20, 30%. That's massive.
And then you've got Deloitte's research showing AI slashing infrastructure costs, thousands of dollars per automated role. It's like, doing things differently, not just cheaper.
And that's where it gets really exciting, right? Because we're
Yeah.
not talking about massive job losses. Instead, it's like companies are taking those savings and using them to upskill their workforce. They're creating higher value services.
Right. It's about giving people new tools, new skills. And IDC is highlighting how moving staff into these AI-focused roles can really boost billing rates.
It's not about replacing people. It's about making them even better.
Ah,
But Gupta, he gets into some of the challenges, some of the roadblocks Indian IT firms are facing. And one that really jumped out at me was the whole 60, 90-day notice period thing.
yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, in this fast-paced world of AI where clients need things done yesterday, these long notice periods, they just don't fly. It's like trying to turn a battleship on a dime.
Right, exactly. And he actually spoke with executives at some big Fortune 500 companies, and they were expressing frustration with this lack of agility. Like, come on, guys, we need to move faster.
Yeah, and by 2026, AI could be a major part of project teams. This is a trend that's only going to pick up speed.
So, okay, we see the problem. What's the solution? Well, Gupta, he lays out what he calls the AI pricing maturity model, kind of like a roadmap with 3 stages. First one is outcome-based pricing. Pretty simple. You pay for results, not for hours worked.
Yeah, like let's say you're a healthcare company and you want to streamline your claims processing. With this model, you're not paying for a bunch of developers, you're paying for how much that processing time actually gets reduced.
Makes sense. You only pay for what you get, right?
Right.
The IT firm, they're incentivized to deliver real value. Then we've got the subscription or AI as a service model,
Yeah.
all about simplicity and predictability. Pay a monthly fee, get access to these AI-powered development teams.
Like your Netflix subscription or Spotify, but instead of movies or music, you're getting cutting-edge AI talent and solutions on tap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this model, it's really attractive to mid-sized firms, the ones who need stability, flexibility, don't want the hassle of managing a bunch of individual contracts for every little project. And then finally, we have the hybrid outcome and usage-based pricing model. Blends the best of both worlds. You got your base fee for core capabilities, plus variable charges based on how much you actually use the service.
Kind of like a safety net, right? Dip your toes into the AI water without taking on too much risk up front. And one thing that Gupta makes crystal clear is that this isn't the 1990s anymore. Just throwing more bodies at a problem, that's not going to cut it in the age of AI.
Companies have to step up, become value creators, embrace flexibility, and really champion this whole idea of humans and AI working together, not against each other.
It's a mindset shift, and this is where things get really interesting. Gupta throws in a warning about the competition, specifically China.
Yeah, Chinese AI, it's advancing at an incredible pace, and they're building these AI-first models that could really undercut traditional outsourcing costs. It's a wake-up call for the Indian IT sector.
The future belongs to those who can adapt, to those who can use AI to create value, to those who understand that human-AI collaboration, that's the winning formula. It's not just about the tech, it's about how we think.
So we've got this global AI race going on, and Gupta, he's really saying, hey, Indian IT firms, you've got to step it up. This isn't just about staying in the game. This is your chance to become leaders in this whole AI-driven solutions thing.
Absolutely. He's not talking about small changes. He's talking about transforming the whole industry, moving away from that cost arbitrage model that they've been relying on for so long.
And he points out that Chinese firms, they're already making big moves in this area. They're coming up with these AI-first models that are not only cheaper, but also super efficient.
And what's cool about these AI-first models? They're built from the ground up with AI as part of their DNA. It's not like they're just adding AI on as an afterthought. It's like a completely different way of thinking about how work gets done.
And one of the big things Gupta keeps coming back to is this lack of agility. Those long notice periods. He sees that as a major problem in the AI world.
Yeah, it's like this clash between the old way of doing things and this new digital reality. Clients, they don't want to wait months for a project to start. They need things done fast. They need flexibility, and they're going to go with the providers who can give them that.
So what's the answer? Well, Gupta, he says Indian IT firms, they need to be more adaptable with their staffing models. Look into things like contract work, freelance talent, even using AI-powered virtual assistants. It's about creating a workforce that can move quickly and respond to changes.
Right. It's not just about the type of workers. It's about having that agile mindset throughout the whole organization. Gupta talks about breaking down those walls between departments, streamlining decision-making, and giving teams the power to adapt to what clients need.
And this is where that idea of a human-AI collaboration really comes in. Gupta, he's a big believer in using AI to make humans better, not replace them.
Yeah, he sees it as this partnership, where AI and humans, they each bring their own strengths. AI is awesome at automation, analyzing data, finding patterns, while humans bring creativity, critical thinking, that emotional intelligence.
Gupta, he actually lays out some practical steps that companies can take to start using AI in their work.
He says, first, do a strategic assessment. Figure out where AI can make the biggest difference. Analyze your workflows, find the bottlenecks, and see where AI can fit in.
Okay, so you've identified those areas.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then he says, try out some AI-driven solutions on a small scale. Test the waters, collect some data. This way, companies can experiment without messing up their core operation.
Makes sense. Start small, see what works.
Right. And if those pilot projects are successful, then it's time to go big. Make AI a core part of how the company operates. And that means not just investing in the technology, but also making sure your people have the right skills and knowledge.
So we've talked a lot about companies, but what about the individual worker? What does this AI revolution mean for someone who's already working in IT outsourcing? There's a lot of talk about AI taking jobs, but Gupta actually has a more positive view.
Yeah, he thinks AI will create more jobs than it takes away. But those new jobs, they're going to need different skills, a different way of thinking. It's not about being afraid of AI. It's about seeing it as a tool that can help us do more and open up new opportunities.
He really emphasizes upskilling and reskilling. Like if you want to stay relevant, you got to keep learning new things. It's about developing those skills that AI can't do. Things like critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and emotional intelligence.
Those are the skills that are going to be in high demand because they're hard to automate. It's about becoming a problem solver, a strategist, not just someone who does the same task over and over.
In Gupta, he also talks about being adaptable, being willing to learn new things throughout your whole career. Things are changing so fast, you got to have that lifelong learning mindset.
He encourages people to check out online courses, boot camps, certifications in things like machine learning, data science, AI ethics. It's about investing in yourself, getting ready for that AI-driven economy.
He even says, go out there and network with people in the AI field. Go to industry events. Actively look for ways to learn and grow.
Take charge of your own career. Don't wait for someone to tell you what skills you need. Go out and find out for yourself.
So it's not just about companies changing, it's about individuals changing too. It's about seeing the possibilities of AI, but also realizing we need to keep evolving, keep learning new skills.
And you know what I really like about Gupta's perspective? He doesn't just focus on the technical stuff. He also talks about the human side of all this. He talks about ethics, making sure AI is used for good.
He recognizes there are risks like bias, job displacement, even the potential for AI to be used in harmful ways.
But he thinks we can deal with those risks if we plan carefully, have ethical guidelines, and focus on designing AI systems that put people first.
He says we need to be proactive, we need to shape the future of AI, make sure it matches our values and benefits everyone.
It's about realizing that AI is not just some technical thing. It's going to have a huge impact on our lives, on the world.
So as we move into the last part of this deep dive, let's remember this. The AI revolution, It's not just about algorithms and data. It's about people, it's about values, and it's about building the future we want. One thing that really impressed me about Gupta's analysis is how he connects all these different ideas, AI, globalization, the future of work. He really lays it all out, the challenges, the opportunities, makes it clear what we're facing.
And he doesn't just give us these big, vague ideas. He gives real recommendations, actual steps companies can take to make this transition happen.
Yeah, he's pushing for a real change in how IT companies work. Move away from that old top-down structure and be more collaborative, more agile.
It's about giving employees more power, encouraging them to come up with new ideas, and making sure everyone is constantly learning, breaking down those walls between departments, creating a more responsive organization.
And he's really big on investing in talent, right? Upskilling, reskilling. It's not just good for the employees, it's good for the whole industry.
Yeah, he even suggests that companies should create their own AI academies or team up with training providers to develop special AI courses. It's about making sure everyone has access to AI education, building a workforce that's ready for what's coming.
I think one of the things I appreciate most about Gupta's perspective is that he's honest about the potential downsides of AI. He doesn't ignore the ethical concerns, the possibility of bias, the need to develop AI responsibly.
Right, he's not just blindly cheering for AI. He's looking at it critically, saying, hey, we need to be careful here. We need human oversight, ethical guidelines to make sure AI is used for good and doesn't make things worse.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Divyan Gupta's insights, I think the main message is this. The AI revolution, it's not just about technology, it's about us. It's about how we change, how we learn, how we work together to build a better future.
It's like a call to action. Embrace what AI can do, but be aware of the potential problems. We need to be active in shaping this AI future, making sure it reflects our values and benefits everyone.
And that's really what we try to do here on the Deep Dive, give you the knowledge and insights you need to navigate this world that's changing so fast. So keep that curiosity going, keep learning, and join us next time as we explore another exciting topic shaping the future.